Brought to you by Hug House Productions.
Hey y'all, Will Williams here with something I am so unbelievably excited to talk about. Atypical Artists and Lauren Shippen have come out with a new audio drama. This is so exciting. If you're not familiar with Atypical Artists and Lauren Shippen, hi. Hello, welcome to audio drama, The Bright Sessions, and more. Please go investigate, or you could drop in right now with 2000 and Late. 2000 and Late is a new dark comedy fiction podcast that grapples with the havoc of our current moment and tries to find the hope inside of it. If you are a fan of Hug House's audio dramas, I know that one's gonna resonate with you. This first season is going to be 10 episodes long. We're going to follow Harper, a 36-year-old nihilist whose life is upended when she's possessed by a demon, hell-bent on bringing about the apocalypse. But the demon gives her more power than she's had in her life in a long time. And in a world where so many people abuse their power, we're going to see if Harper will be any different. This show is perfect for fans of Fleabag, one of my favorites, Killing Eve, The Craft, Jennifer's Body, Yellow Jackets, True Blood, and Venom. It's a potent cocktail of feminist rage, queer power, and supernatural mischief. It's unapologetically angry, but also surprisingly tender and deeply entertaining. There are no heroes here and no happy ending, but it's not a tragedy. There are lessons to be learned about mankind, about community, and about yourself, even as you burn everything down. In addition to the show itself, each episode is accompanied by an after show in which creator and star Lauren Shippen talks to people from various professions and backgrounds about how they're finding hope in all the havoc. It's such a good fit for everyone who has loved a Hug House podcast, especially our audio dramas, and I'm sure you can hear how vital it is for right now. Go subscribe to 2000 and Late on your podcatcher of choice or listen ad-free on both Apple Podcasts and Spotify. For more information, visit harperandhavoc.com, which of course will be linked in the show notes. Enjoy. I know I will.
Brought to you by Hug House Productions.
Hello, welcome to Nevermorphed, the podcast in which I read the Animorphs books for the first time. This is a podcast series about books for kids, but this podcast is not for kids. Hi, we are back with the Andalite Chronicles. Crazy book. But also, I wanted to let you know that I have a new little document for us. It was pointed out to me by a group chat of former and coming guests, which has gotten so big that I had to make us a full Discord server for it. Previous guests, if you're listening to this and you didn't see this, check your email. There's an invite for you. But this document is chronicling all of our nevermorphs and forever morphs. You can find this in our show notes. As a reminder, we have a Patreon Discord server, and it's really good. It's really good. We now have a new section. It is the Hug House, so it's all framed like different parts of a house, and we now have a home office where we act like each other's coworkers and talk about our work days, and it's a really fun time. So you should join us there, patreon.com/hughousepodz. Okay, enjoy this episode of the Andalite Chronicles. We're gonna be here for a while. We're gonna be on this book for a while. Okay, enjoy. Okay, so listener, it's been a little while since Leigh and I recorded about this book. So if you hear us sounding different, we do.
We did it later.
That's true. And one of the reasons that we did this is because in my infinite unwise optimism, I always think like, it's fine. We'll be able to record, for this entire book in like 3-4 hours. No, this book is so long. That's so foolish. And we are, according to my app, 45% in here at chapter 21. And from here on out, everything happens so much.
You told me that last time we were recording. I was like, okay.
I do this every time.
Especially with me.
Yes.
Like, we started this podcast with you being like, yeah, so we'll do like a book an episode. And I was like,
yeah, it'll be like an hour or two tops.
Sure.
One day I'll learn. No, I won't, but maybe I will. So we are just coming back from Arbron being like, kill me. I'm gonna trick you into killing me. And they have crash landed. Nothing is going right. Not a thing is going right today. So they have crashed on the Taxon homeworld. And the Skrit cocoons are gone. That's not good. Don't like that. And in the cargo hold, there was a bunch of like human stuff, like clothes and books. So clearly, you know, they were gathering stuff from Earth. And then at this point, the book reminded me of the Time Matrix, and I remembered the Time Matrix. And in my notes, I say, why didn't I think he was going to use the Time Matrix? Why is my brain all busted up? That's the most Chekhov's gun that ever gunned. Good Lord, like obviously he's going to fuck up beyond all repair and use the time guy. There was already a whole book setting that up. Bruh.
Yeah, buddy.
There really was.
Yeah, it's not a MacGuffin that just like appears and never is a thing again.
No.
It's almost as if it's
Chekhov's
a MacGuffin.
gun.
It's a MacGuffin.
Yes, it's a MacGuffin. Well,
it's okay. Listen, we're 140 pages in, and you would have already been done with another book. So like, makes sense.
Yes. So he is looking at one of these picture books. He's also looking around for Arbron, not finding anything. And he's looking at one of these picture books. Am I in the right spot? Let me see.
Yeah. He explains that there's like small objects look like hundreds of rectangular sheets of paper glued together on one side. It's like, oh, that's like a book or a magazine. And so he's looking at a magazine. And
that's right, it's a magazine. When he says that he sees humans putting tiny white cylinders into their mouths, I was like,
so listener, he's looking at a beautiful picture. He's looking at a beautiful picture of like waterfall and trees. And it's beautiful, and he's like, wow, Earth seems amazing. And then there's these humans who are smiling, and they have these weird white cylinders in their mouths.
Listen. So here is my...
It's meant to be. It's meant to be.
It's very clearly meant to be cigarettes. Very obviously.
No, I'm saying like it's meant to be obscure. Like he's describing it as if you don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Because he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
That's true. So in my infinite wisdom, I was like, okay, well, they're in the woods. There's like a waterfall. So this must be marshmallows, right? Like for roasting on a fire? Like for s'mores? For camping?
Yeah. No, he's looking at a cigarette ad.
Yes. This is maybe the most innocent, naive misinterpretation I could have done here.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
One of my favorite things about him looking at this cigarette ad, though, is the way that, like, Elfangor immediately starts, like, assigning, like, moral dichotomies in looking at this, because he is like, he sees the pictures of the grass, the beautiful grass, and the amazing landscape of the trees, and the cool water, and then he's like thinking about that and thinking about how beautiful Earth is compared to the, you know, the horror of the Taxon world.
Yeah.
And he looks at the, you know, and he's paging through the magazine and he sees other pictures that show the cities and like smoke coming out of, you know, chimneys and, you know, lots of different things and these hideous cities. And like the first thing he does is be like, oh, so like Lauren's super pretty and I love her, so she must be from the good forest. That's wonderful with the grass and the trees.
Yes.
And Chapman is a big pile of stinky doo-doo, so I bet he's from the city.
He must be from the city. He must be from the ugly, jagged city.
The jagged human cities. Like, was that why he was so much harsher than Lauren? Was Lauren from the beautiful green country where smiling humans stuck white cylinders in their mouths? Buddy. It's just like very funny that he immediately comes up with this like good versus bad, like city versus rural. The pretty lady must be rural, and the like. It's
aesthetically
very
driven too. Elfangor, you sure are from a fascist society.
Yeah, especially when you like learn about the history of like Andalites and the way that they like developed their own versions of cities, and then we're like, nah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Which honestly is a flex, though.
That is a flex.
Let's be real.
It is a flex. I will say it's probably a little bit more incentivized for them, given they eat with their feet from grass on the ground, and that is a little harder to manage with a city.
Helps to evolve from a herd animal.
Yeah. I mean, I would argue that humans did too. We just did a really bad job of it.
Right. Yeah.
So he falls asleep looking at this magazine and being like, cylinders. And he's awoken
globules.
by globules.
He really is his brother's brother.
He is his brother's brother. Which I love. I love that you can like kind of see them in each other. He's woken up by the Taxon sun, and he is in what he describes as an incredibly steep valley. He sees dozens and dozens and dozens of Taxon tracks. So that's not great. And the tracks come right up to the ship. That's also not great. And he realizes at least one set of tracks must be Arbron.
It don't got a couple of the leggies.
Yeah. This fucking rough, dude. Fucking rough.
Oh yeah, so he's he's like, okay, what do I do? And then he flashes back to the magazine where he saw a couple of smiling humans sitting in a cool machine, and he's like, wait, I saw something like that in the cargo hold, and it's a bright fucking yellow Ford Mustang. Just
it sure is
chilling. And then Elfie becomes like a car dude immediately.
Like a hardcore.
Like Alaran wants to fuck his ship, and Elfie immediately wants to fuck this car. Truly,
he becomes Speed Racer immediately. It's amazing, and is also like, it makes total sense why this chapter is happening just after like one of the most nightmarish things I've ever read ever in my life ever, with Arbron being like, time for you to get tricked into killing me, because we need a
little levity.
Right. Now, however, as an adult, I sure am like, Jesus Christ.
And I think he just
sensitivity here.
He just rips the seats out of the car, because it's like, he's a horseman. He can't sit.
He fucking Fred Flintstone.
I know. So good. So good.
He immediately becomes a car guy and is just like vroom vroom, or I'm sorry, specifically pop 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 vroom is how it reads.
And don't forget the tape drive with I can't get no satisfaction. God. What kind of race would use a computer to play screaming sounds? beautiful.
This chapter is so stupid and so fun. Yeah, so basically, he knows that Arbron got taked somewhere, and now he go vroom vroom to there. And that's the chapter.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm gonna go to the rebel Texan territory.
Yes, which I'm still like reeling is even a thing. I love this shit. I can't wait to talk about this shit.
Yeah,
despite
absolutely.
the disgusting tax on architecture.
Yeah. I wrote so many notes on that. Not on the architecture, on the whole revolution stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so chapter 22, he's vrooming and he's having a great time. He's going across the desert. This is so like cinematic. And
I like your note that like he's drinking Dr. Pepper, but he doesn't seem really excited about, which is insulting, that Axe would appreciate it. And let me just note, he's drinking it in a pan with his hoof. He doesn't have a mouth yet. He still has to experience taste. He has yet to experience taste like his brother.
You know, that's really fair. I really did not even think about that.
It's just like, great, this is cool. All right, I need some sort of water sort of thing.
This is a liquid.
This is a liquid. I'm going to stick my foot in it.
Yeah, perfect. Pepperfoot.
That's my new band name. Dr. Pepperfoot.
Dr. Pepperfoot. They're my nicest neat cover band.
Yes. I'm so glad you finally got to nicest neat. I think it was probably, was it the first book that we were reading, or was it the next one that I was with you? It was like we were talking about it was the book with Marco. It was the one with the Pima lights, and we were talking about like the Offspring, and then we got into you talking about how much you love Nine Inch Nails, and I was just sitting here going like, oh well, I can't wait until you get to Nicest Neat.
The best. I listen to Nine Inch Nails so often, and every time I do,
Nicest Neat.
It is. It really is.
Yeah. These books forever alter your brain chemistry.
They do. I still really need a Nicest Neat t-shirt. I know that they're made.
Yeah.
I just need to do it.
Get one.
So, okay. So he drives off a cliff. And one thing that I love is that the radio keeps working. Have you ever seen the John Hughes classic Thanksgiving film, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
I have heard of it, but I sadly have not actually watched it.
It's incredible. Like genuinely, I think it might be John Hughes's best. Now, granted, I am very, very, very hot and cold with John Hughes across the board. But I think that this is the one that stands up the best. This is like a road trip gone wrong to the maximum possible degree, like 18 times over. And there's a point at which they get pulled over because their car, and this is a Thanksgiving movie, so it's like dead of winter in the Midwest and like trying to get back to Chicago, right? I guess not winter, that's autumn, but like it's a Midwest, it's winter for the rest of us, you know. So the car has been like burned to a crisp. It is like just like some steel frame that happens to have seats in it at this point. Like, it's not a car. It is hardly a vehicle. And they get pulled over because, if I'm remembering correctly, they're speeding. And the cop is like, do you know how fast you were going? And they're like, no, because you see our speed gauge is melted. And they're like, did you know that your headlight is out? By which I mean it doesn't exist. And they're like, yeah, no, totally, that is true. And then the one thing, and they're like trying to get out of getting a ticket, going to jail. Like they just want to get home in time for Thanksgiving. And the one defense they have is John Candy is just like, but the radio works like a charm. And that was all I could think of as Elfangor eats shit off of this cliff in his yellow Mustang, but the music sounds great.
Still going.
Oh,
Gimme,
so
gimme,
good.
gimme, the honky tonk blues is the song. Look, what? I'm like, what the fuck mixtape is this?
Serious. It's by somebody who owns a yellow Mustang.
Yeah, I guess.
So this pit that he crashed into was, in fact, a taxon pit, which is a combination of words I don't care for. I don't care for that. And
it's glowing.
And it's glowing, that's right. And they seem chill. They seem chill. And Arbron is with them. Of course, he's first off like hit with really loud like thought speak of "Is this the creature?" which is hilarious and ominous. And Arbron's like, "Oh yeah, hey, that's him. Hey, what's up, Elfangor?" And Elfangor's like, "What the fuck, man? What the fuck's going on?" And it's nice that he's not dead. He's not dead, but he does say, so Elfangor says, "I was afraid you were dead," and Arbron responds, "I wanted to be, but I am still alive. Alive to serve the living hive." And he says, "The what?"
And living hive like is like in not capital. The whole thing, but like it is a proper noun.
Yes.
Living hive.
Yes. And okay, I'm just gonna read his little description here. And I will say everything about this sounds like a fucking cult. But I think that they're actually like doing some real genuine good. So
it's just their culture.
Yeah.
It's their base nature. It's not like a set up like a separate like sect.
Yeah. Exactly. This is the correct good default state.
This is what would happen if ants could talk.
Oh,
Let's be real.
I hate ants now, though. I hate ants because of this series.
Yeah,
but you're right.
Let's be real. Like,
yeah, no, you're right.
We're seeing a sentient colony species.
Yeah, so he says, "The living hive, light of the taxons, mother and father of the taxons. The hive has lost many of its children to the Yeerks. Many of its servants have betrayed the hive and made an alliance with the Yeerks. But the living hive is still the mother and father of the species." And to which Elfangor says, "Girl, what?" And he's like, Are you good?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm actually like great," it turns out. So he talks about how he got here because of the really advanced tunnel system. And he was able to get here because taxons can regrow their limbs. Typical, like, I don't know, bug shit. And he's like, "So what is going on? And did the living hive want me here? Because the ground kind of eated me up." And he says, "Yeah, the hive is fucking pissed, dude. Shit's not going so hot in the hive, dude. Remember that shit that I just said about betraying us all for the Yeerks, dude? The hive's pissed." And Elfangor's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that tracks, yeah." And
it's like, "At me?" They're like, "No, you fucking ding dong at the Yeerks." Duh.
Yeah, duh.
At me? At moi? Okay.
So Elfangor is like, "So are you like good?" And Arbron is like, "Yeah, I was not going to be able to live a life until I found this, and now maybe I will live a life. Maybe I will join up with them. Maybe I will lead a taxon rebellion." Okay, white savior, let's take a little step back, girly pop. But I vibe with the sentiment for sure. And Elfangor says, "I didn't say anything. What was there to say? My hearts were breaking." Because his friend is like, he has lost his friend in so many different ways so fucking fast. And this seems like the most ultimate. Like, Arbron has made this choice. He is not going to be leaving with Elfangor. He is not going to be trying to find some fix to being a Nothlit in vain, because again, I don't think that's real, unless you have special Elemist magic on your side. On your side, quote unquote, on his own fucking side.
Available to you.
There we go. Yes, at your momentary, not even at your disposal. Just thrust upon you.
Available to you.
Yes,
at the moment. Offered to you at the moment.
I would say forced upon you, but yes,
quote unquote offered.
Yes. And Elfangor just feels like fucking shit about all of this, obviously. And Arbron is like, listen, it's fine. I'm alive, and now I have some sense of purpose. And that is when... So Elfangor is like, oh, you found your purpose? And Arbron's like, yeah, so anyway, we're gonna attack tonight. Can you all please fucking chill? Please? And Elfangor says, you'll lose. And Arbron says, we know. But like, they have to resist. They have to resist.
Yeah, I really want to read this whole quote, because it's...
By all means.
It is, it really got me, and it really got me right now.
Yeah!
Yeah, it's, so, Elfangor just says, you'll lose, I said. We know, Arbron said. But even a taxon has the right to control its own planet. Even a taxon has the right to resist an invader. But you can't win, I said flatly. Aren't lost causes sometimes the best causes, Elfangor? Whoa. What the fuck?
It's so cool and awesome that this...
It's like, hey, guess what? Regardless of what your own perceptions about people may be, and their own like morality, etc., even anyone ever anywhere has the right to sovereignty and resisting invaders and oppression.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yep. And what's so cool is that would have been relevant in the places that we're talking about right now back then, too. It's so cool that that's still relevant in the same fucking anyway. God.
Sure is a time. There is a time to be alive and conscious in the world.
Yeah, really cool. Really cool. Really cool. Anyway, Free Palestine, chapter 23. So, Elfangor is staying there to like figure out the plan and what the fuck, and he doesn't like being there. I will say they immediately make Arbron a general. This is stupid. This is stupid of them. He is so new. That is way too trusting too fast, especially when Yerks are a thing. Like, I know that he doesn't have a Yerk inside him. I'm sure they know that he doesn't have a Yerk inside him. But like, and I don't know, maybe this is a hive mind thing. Maybe this is a whatever. But like, how do they know that he couldn't possibly be siding with them? It seems foolish. It seems rushed and fast.
But he has the resources they need. Yep. So there you go. So Elfie's like, all right, I gotta find the others and see what I can do before we do this suicide mission. And
they have to figure out what the fuck to do with the time matrix too. So the time matrix, we know, is a big scary deal, and Arbron emphasizes here that like they are also in danger of whatever could happen with the time matrix. So now there's like an additional level of crazy high stakes on this thing. every stake imaginable is emphasized with remembering the presence of the time matrix, not knife, matrix. Elfangor is going to need to take the Jahar. So they're like just kind of trying to figure out like how to make this go as well as it possibly can. And as they're like about to head off, Elfangor starts this very awkward conversation where he's like, I'll tell your parents about, and Arbron is like, absolutely fucking not. Do not tell them what happened to me. Absolutely not. Tell them that I died in battle. Tell them that I died well. Do not tell them that I'm a fucking taxon Nothlet now. Obviously. And Elfangor is like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I got some shit to do here. I'm not coming with you. By the way, we figured out how to put your Mustang in the tubes.
Yeah.
So we'll just shoot you through. Also, just like when we get to the big battle, be careful because you're not going to be able to tell who's who. You all know who's my Taxons and who's the Yerk's Taxons. So like, just do a bunch of murder.
Just do it. And then we have a bunch of scenes.
Shoots out of the tubes.
Yeah, we have a bunch of scenes of the departure from this pit, and there's so many onomatopoeias. I feel like the rest of this chapter is just me reading a transcript of a Bop It toy.
Yeah, we got whoosh, whoosh, flump, splump, tsew, oomph. Yeah, those are all the those are all the all caps that I can see in these next few pages.
And then amongst all of that, we have the battle had already raged for half an hour. Half an hour of unarmed taxons against bladed Hork-Bajir. It was a slaughterhouse. Whoomph!
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. So there's this. So it's a bloodbath. All this shit is going down. Honestly, I don't really feel like this adds much to the plot, other than like knowing about the rebellion and knowing that this is happening is all good. The actual details of this going down are like, it just sort of happens. There's just big fighting. Elfangor is like surrounded as he's trying to get to the Jahar, but he's heading straight toward it. And then towards the Jahar, he says atop the ship's cradle there's the humans. And so he is like, okay, cool. And in my head, I really was like, oh, thank God. Like, now we have everybody in one place. This will be fine. I don't know who I was when I read this book, that I thought that this was a good sign. God. So as he's approaching, he is screaming to Arbron. And Arbron is like, Elfangor, like, we're fucked. I can't hold off everything that's happening. And he's like, okay, well, how do I know which taxons to fight? And Arbron says, there's no difference anymore, Elfangor. Don't you see? Blood has been spilled. The hunger. Stop me, Elfangor. Stop me. Absolutely fucking terrifying. Awful. Yeah. Awful.
I feel like nothing gets at me with like some of the body horror of these books, like the descriptions of just the ways that like you imagine being giant bugs, being giant centipedes, that taxons would have like exoskeletons and be like somewhat resistant, but really more they're just like bags of jello. And so like the explanations of like every time like a taxon like bursts is so disgusting, like especially like when Elfangor rams the like Mustang into one, like the way that it's just described as like burst it open like a bag of garbage. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, really
That's some of the most visceral shit that gets me.
Really, really, really,
No, thank
really
you.
bad.
Yeah.
Don't like it. I don't like
I
it.
screamed in sheer horror, but it was only one small piece of horror in a scene that will be burned on my brain forever. Oh, okay.
Great. Fine. Great.
Next
Great.
chapter.
Great. Yeah. So leading up to chapter 24, Arbron is running at the humans for snack time. And Elfingor is like, no. No. And Elfingor, being Elfingor, is relying on instinct and just like slashing and striking his way through these taxons, telling Lauren to run, trying to get Arbron to stop, but like we're so far past that. Arbron is specifically going towards Chapman. And I just think
No, just let him eat him.
let him do it. It's win-win, dude. Your buddy needs a snack and Chapman needs to not be here. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm like, Elfingor, please, just let your bro eat him. This would solve so many problems.
Yes. And even more problems to come. Even more.
Yeah.
And the thing that winds up working like just enough is that Elfingor says, Arist Arbron, you will stop. You will do your duty. Just plugging into that like programmed obedience, I suppose. I think that a more positive way to look at this would be like calling on Arbron's true self at the core of him. But I don't agree with that. I do think it is brainwashed obedience that we're talking about here.
I mean, corporate wants you to find the difference between these two pictures.
Exactly.
That's Andalite society.
And I am proud to be an American.
American. Yeah.
So, Jesus. So
And
there's just more bloodshed here. It's a fucking mess. And then he realizes that one of the Hork-Bajir is Sub-Visser 7. And he's like, oh, hey, man, what's up? It's so good to see you again. That's Elfingor, right? I remember. Yeah, you yelled your name at me really, really loud when you left. I thought that the Taxons would have eaten you, and I wanted to kill you. This is great. This is great. I love it. Sub-Visser 7 / Visser 3 is so fucking funny.
I know. I love that he's just like, I won't kill you. I'll just use you. I'll leave this crude body and live inside your head. I'll wrap myself around your smug, arrogant Andalite brain and make you my slave. It's like, buddy, could you be even more of a cartoon villain before you're a cartoon villain?
Truly. And also, he's a... It's not sexual.
Yeah, 100%. It's like, hey, you could like die a really horrible death, or you could let me inside you. Gross.
I would like to live rent-free in your mind forever. Literally. Literally. And now that Arbron has like sort of come to his senses, he's turning away from Lauren. He's not going to eat at her. Arbron just kind of has this like dark humor about everything that's going on with them. And of course, Elfingor is like, no, Sub-Visser 7. I am not going to let you inside me. Let's do fighting. And of course, Sub-Visser 7 is like, I love violence! Yes! So they're fighting. And, it's Elfingor. Things are going the way. He is winning through sheer reaction time as he does. But then he hears somebody else.
Surprise, motherfucker! Bet you'd seen the
Surprise.
last of me.
Yeah,
Bet you thought you'd seen the
exactly.
last of me.
Yeah, so this is fucking Alaran. He is in a Hork-Bajir morph, kind of being in stealth, and he has finally shown up to help save the day. Save the day is way too optimistic for what's going on here, but I think that's the intent.
Save their asses.
Save their asses. There we go. That's much more accurate and ephemeral.
Yeah.
So as soon as they have like won this fight, Lauren is just like touching him. She just like runs up and is touching him. She's very worried about him, and Alaran is like, okay, now that we're all back together, I have a plan, thank God, because this is a fucking shit show. So he says that they're gonna go aboard the Jahar, they're gonna take Subvisor 7 with them. And then once they're out in space, they are going to throw him out. And he was like, does that plan sound good to you, Subvisor 7? Does that sound amenable to you? And he's like, what the fuck? No, I don't have a choice. And he's like, oh, you've got a choice. I could kill you now. I could kill you now. And I gotta hand it to Subvisor 7 here. He says, what became of the Andalite reputation for kindness and gentleness? So
That
true, girl.
True. Did I write the note somewhere, or did I just think about it in my brain going like, so much for the tolerant left?
Fuck.
That's literally what that is.
See, I was so willing to be like, that's so true. Fuck the Andalites, but like, you are right. That is exactly actually what's going on here.
So much
my
for
God.
the tolerant left. Yeah.
Incredible.
So good. Yeah, I also like the way that like Alaran is just like, do it or I'll laugh when your head goes rolling across the ground. Like, wow, that's fucking it. Alaran, you need to chill, but also that's like metal as fuck.
Yeah, baller, absolutely.
Yeah.
And this, I believe, let's see. Yeah, this is also where we find out, we just get like a little glimpse that Subvisor 7, and I think just Subvisor 7, not Alaran, but he's like a little afraid of Elfangor.
No, he's afraid of Alaran because Alaran's response to Subvisor 7's like, whatever happened, like, what about the tolerant left? His response is like, hey, buddy, like, we left that shit behind at the Hork-Bajir homeworld. And Subvisor 7's like, oh, fuck, you were there? Oh, fuck, that was you?
Yes. Oh, you're that guy. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
You're that guy. Oh, fuck. And that's why he's like, okay. Well, hey, everybody stand down and let them take me prisoner, I guess?
Yeah. That's probably the best decision here, which is not good. Like, when Visser 3 is like, no, probably let's not try to keep doing a violence, that's a sign. That's a sign that shit's scary. And the chapter ends with Elfangor is trying to say, like, what are you gonna do, Arbron? And what am I gonna do without you? And Arbron says, you go, Elfangor. Go save the galaxy. And Alaran says, leave him. Warrior Arbron is a casualty of war.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Fuck.
Yeah. Also, like, the fact that, like, Alaran, like, says his name, like, he doesn't describe anything that he did, he just said his name, and, like, he is renowned enough for whatever the fuck happened on the Hork-Bajir homeworld that Subvisor 7 is like, oh, shit, I know that name.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yikes.
So they launch.
So, chapter 25, they are in the ship. They are talking. And Elfangor is like, so do you have Do you have orders? And Alaran is like, oh, now you want orders, huh? Because last time I gave you an order, it was to get rid of those fucking Yeerks, and you said no. Oh, but now you want orders, huh? And his response is, I was too tired to be angry. That's so earned. That's so earned.
He's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Just tell me what the fuck to do. I just want to take a nap.
Okay. Now hold on. So this is my first time revisiting this text since I read it. And I must point out that as soon as Elfangor brings up the time matrix, Alaran snaps, Silence, you young fool.
So this is really funny because when we recorded last, I was like, oh, pay attention to what Subvisor 7 is not saying yet. And I completely glossed over this section in your notes that you had noticed this too. Because I was literally also saying like, oh, this is where Visor 3 got it.
Yes. Is that what's going on here? Is that what's going on here? Because I think that the other alternative is that somehow in this time, because we get a little swapperoo later on, right?
Well,
I guess not a swapperoo, more someone gets wiggled into.
Yeah.
So what's happening here is either one, Visser 3 is already up in there. I don't think that's the case.
No, he's not.
Okay, thank you.
I know exactly where it happens. And no, this is just Visser 3 in a different body. We'll talk about which one shortly.
Okay.
Seeing Alaran be like, hey, shut up, you fool. And he's like, oh, hey.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sick. Yeah.
That's how I could sound like a pretty scary guy.
Yeah, that's what cool guys say. Cool guys say fool.
I was just like, I saw that in the text and was like, oh my god. Like, he has not said this at all yet. And the first thing we see is like Alaran being like, you fool. I'm like, oh yeah, that is totally because like Visser 3 is in Alaran's brain.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'm obsessed with Visser 3 taking cool guy notes.
It's so funny. I mean, listen, this coming from the man who was like, tigers? Great.
Yeah.
I need to take some notes.
Yes.
I love cats. Fantastic. What a beautifully made creature.
Dude, character of all time.
It absolutely fucking tracks.
Oh god, I love him. So Alaran is unwell. He's like unwell. So Elfangor says about Alaran, he glared at me with his main eyes, and that's when I saw the look. That's when I saw the rage, the mad rage. And then this is dialogue from Alaran. The most important thing in war is to destroy your enemies, Aris Elfangor. Nothing is more important than destroying your enemies. Do you understand?
Yeah, because he has already, like, he is, the first thing he's doing is saying, all right, we're gonna fry those Yeerks in the cradle.
Yeah, going back to this this collection of Yeerks that Elfangor was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't do war crimes on them.
And Elfangor's like, okay, is that like the most important thing right now? Maybe the time matrix? And he's like, shut up, I want to do a bunch of murder!
Shut up, I have to kill all these innocent civilians! Yeah, I like that Elfangor, like, immediately has better priorities? It's better priorities? Is that the word?
Yes, it is. You're good.
Am I having a stroke? I really genuinely was like, I don't think that's a word as I was saying it out loud. It is. Yeah, like, I think there's something to be said here, not just about like who Elfangor is as a person. He does have this like, we know that he has a sense of actual justice and like empathy and focusing on what will actually make an impact. Like that's why he gives the kids the power, right? But I also think that there's something to be said here about the fact that Elfangor is so much younger and has been like steeped in war so much less than Alaran has, that he can kind of see past that like need for vengeance and need for violence to think about like what they actually need to do right now. Like, I want to give Elfangor some benefit of the doubt here that a lot of this is just like who he is as a person. But I also think that like a lot of younger soldiers might have similar hesitations just because like I think that Alaran's brain is fucked from being in war for too long.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Nevermorphed is hosted, edited, and produced by Will Williams. Our theme music is The Chase by Joey Hendricks. Our title is by Eddie Feely, and this podcast would not exist without Mike Schubert's podcast, Potterless and the Newest Olympian. You can find his works at shub.es, that's shub.es. Nevermorphed is a proud member of Hug House Productions. You can find more at hughouse.productions and follow us on Tumblr at nevermorphed. Get morphin'! On March 27th, 2024, Elon Musk was deposed in a libel lawsuit filed by Ben Brody. Musk's lawyer, Alex Spiro, tried to retroactively mark the deposition as confidential, but it wasn't.
Of course I can ask him, do you think you committed actual malice? Do you think you were reckless? Of course I can ask those questions.
The deposition is a new Hug House podcast reenactment of the entire deposition, word by word, in full, taken very seriously.
Things that he did wrong.
But that's the point. That's not what you're allowed
Until he really just like can't anymore?
Not what you're allowed to do in the deposition. You can't just get him talking.
The deposition drops on the 4th of July, 2024, with 4 weekly episodes. Subscribe on your podcatcher of choice or find us at hughouse.productions today.